guys? Today I'm back with a mesh RDA. You heard right, a mesh RDA. I know a lot of people are like, oh, mesh RDA. I know the ones in the past. You got a dry hit on mesh, you'll never vape a mesh RDA ever again. So, with that said, this is a new one. It's the Profile by Mr. Just Right 1 and Wotofo. Now Joel, aka Mr. Just Right 1, he's more of a vape influencer than a reviewer. He is diving into more reviews now, but he's like a vape influencer. He gets down with the vape stew, and Stan, Mr. Tenacious TX Vapes, they got a show Friday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. It's called Stew, Vape Stew, on Stan TX channel. So go check that out. It's a great show. Really enjoy that show. So, that said, I'm going to bring this to the table. I'm going to show you the packaging that it comes in. I'm going to show you everything new about it and what makes this so much different than the other mesh RDAs. Then we'll bring back up top and I'll give you my pros and what I like and what I don't like. Alright guys, see you down at the table. The Profile RDA by Mr. Just Right 1 and Wotofo. Got the window in the front like Wotofo's been doing. Vaping with Mr. Just Right 1. There we go. Wotofo on the side. You got your scratch and check with two color configuration marks there. Metal and gunmetal. Profile. A couple specs on the back here if you want to pause it and read it. Right there. Alright. Pretty much typical Wotofo packaging these days. I think I've gotten like 5 of these boxes in this year alone. Alright, when you get it, you have the 3 pieces here. Ugh, I hate these things. You got your top cap, your deck. I usually do that. And you got your extra drip tip, which I'll show you in a sec here. Just want to get this shit out the way. Alright, so you get your manual. Teaches you how to use the tool it comes with, how to put it in a mesh, and how to wick it up. Pretty straightforward. Well, where's that one package? Alright, all these packages. You get a bunch of stuff here. Alright, you get 2 extra screws, 2 extra grub screws, and a studded 510, and some O-rings. You also get a single coil, 0.33 and 80. It says it's a frame staple Clapton, but it just looks like a regular fused Clapton to me. So, you get that. You get 2 things of the mesh strips here. A1, which is Canthal, at a 0.18. Power range 45 to 65. So, we're going to be using that. You get 1 strand of the cotton here. It's that 6mm cotton that they sell separately that you can get. I really think they should give more than just 1 piece of that. And you get all these tools here. You get a lot of stuff with this thing, man. You get 2 Allen keys here. You get Phillips screwdriver, little one there. And you get this little tool that he had put in here to get the mesh right. And I'll show you how to use that in a sec. Alright, and with it you get 2 drip tips, which is awesome. You get this nice black one here. It's like a black and gray or black and white 2-tone one. And you get the frosted black one, which I like the frosted black, so I'll keep the frosted black on there. Let's take a look at the top cap here. I got the one that says Profile. I like the top. I like the RDAs where you can see the logo there. Got your honeycomb airflow on the side. 19 holes on each side. Alright. Let's see this. The AFC is, you can see it's got the little step down configuration. Nothing special here. Held on by an O-ring. You got your little lip going up to the drip tip, which makes it look pretty. I like that look, how it just slants up. If I can get this to focus here. Come on. There we go. Little conical shape inside. You got like a, if you can see, it's like a step down. It's like doot and doot. Which, I don't know what that would do, but that's how it looks. And you just got the step down here. and the actual cap is very thick. It's one of those thick caps. It's compared to the recurve. How the recurve had a thick cap. There you go, if you can see it like that. And they also sell the conversion caps like the recurve, so you can make it a 22 millimeter. But this cap is fairly just straightforward, straight cap. Got the two locking features on the side here, one there, to lock it onto the deck. And if I could put my deck on here. And here's the deck. Alright. So it's held on by, the cap is held on by two O-rings here. You got a little clamp system here. But what makes it different than the other mesh RDAs is this spring that pushes up on the cotton to the strip of mesh. So the cotton is always making contact with the mesh. If that was the problem with the old meshes, is that your cotton would soup down, would like droop, soup, whatever you want to say, down when it got wet. So it would just soup down, and then you would have a open spot with no cotton hitting the coil, the mesh. Juice well, not deep at all. Really don't need it because you got so much cotton in there anyway. On both sides, you got nice threading on these. You got two Phillips / flathead. You could get a flathead in there. And when you open these up, it opens these up. They don't have a spring mechanism. It's just open like that. So you put one side of your mesh in, that side, and the other on the other side. Let me see. This one's a little tight here. Loose. Let's go. There we go. There we go. So it opens up your squonk pin right down the bottom here. Pre-installed with the squonk pin. Comes straight up in the middle of your cotton. And on the base you can see Mr. Just Right 1 and Wotofo there. And I'll show you the bottom, which I didn't show you. The base of it also has the profile, Wotofo, Mr. Just Right 1. You got your negative screw if you want to take it out to clean it. You got your peak insulator going around the 510 there. You got nice threading here. Definitely a protruding 510 pin. So, but this is made to squonk. This is really made for squonking. You could drip it, but I feel like this is a great squonking device here. Alright, so let me get my little build station out here. Let's put a build in it. Show you how to do this real quick. Which this is not hard at all to do. So you get your mesh that it came with. Rip that open. Make sure you don't rip the mesh like I almost did. Get your tool here that it came with. The fatter end is the one you wrap your mesh around. Push down and just wrap it around like that. And that makes it perfect. A perfect bend for the mesh. And then you just put it into one side. Let me see here. Move it back on the camera a little bit better. Move it on the one side. Put that down into there. Screw your one side down. Might be a good idea just to put that through there again. Let me see. Come on. There we go. And then just put that side. Make sure it's tight on there. And that side goes back into there. Like so. You screw that on. And that's how easy it is to install this mesh. And that's another reason this is so popular. It's just, for him to install this tool right here, it's perfect. So you could put your, well, you get pushed down on that end. let's go here. Put your tool in there. There you go. If you put that in, well, it's supposed to even it out. If you go like this, it'll do the same thing. Just so you don't have any bad places in that won't make contact with the cotton. And you take your thick piece of cotton here, your little 6mm piece of cotton, boom. Slide it in like so. Pull it a little bit. Let's say maybe like right there, just in case you want it. Oh, sorry there. In case you want to use it again. And here's where, and I could get another use out of that one. And here's where your barber skills come into play. I take some off the top. You'll see here in a sec. Put it down in there. Put as much as you can down in there. Yeah, this part is crazy with all this cotton. Put some cotton in there. Stuff it down in there. So you can see how you do not need a big juice well, since your cotton is pretty much your juice well. There's so much cotton in this thing. One day I would like to see mesh. You don't need so much cotton, but we'll see. If that's the give you gotta get for good flavor, then so be it. So you put your cotton in there until you feel like can't get no more in. Then you just trim around. Kind of make like the oval. So you wick an RDA and you learn a little beauty tips here. How you're like cutting the cutting the cotton. It's like cutting friggin' hair here. All right. I just want it nice and packed in there, cause there we go. Just trying to make it even. I'm OCD, so I try to make it as nice as I can. And that is looking pretty nice right there. There we go. Oh, blow that all over. Nice. Looks like I'll be cleaning up cotton later. So, that is what it will look like. As you can see, the clamp pushes up the cotton, so it doesn't. And then you put your top cap back on. You can hear it click. Pops right on. That is your profile. RDA by Mr. Just Right and Wotofo. Let's bring it back up top. Vape on it. Talk about it. Alright, guys. Wotofo and Mr. Just Right 1. Alright, I gotta first start by saying it took me a while to make this video because when I first purchased this, it came where the squonk pin was stuck and it wouldn't move, it wouldn't come out. The one post was loose and wobbly. So I contacted Wotofo and they sent me a new one. So thank you, Wotofo. It says a lot to who you are and what your company's trying to portray to people. Really appreciate it. With that said, I want to start with just taking a vape. Just taking a vape. Now, when I first got this RDA, I wasn't enjoying it. I don't like vaping cool. I like it a little bit warmer. And this was way too cool for me. With the mesh, I kept trying. But when I put a single coil in it, I got just that more, just a little bit more heat to it that made it that much more enjoyable. So I enjoy this much more in single coil form. Which I know a lot of people do like the mesh style. I like the single coil, and that's how I prefer to. So all my thoughts are on single coil. With the mesh, I will say that the mesh is easy to put in. It comes with a tool that makes it easy. It's pretty much effortless to put in. Clamp systems, in my opinion, are one of the easiest decks to build on. All you do is loosen it and tighten it. You loosen it, put your strip in, tighten it. Or you put your lead in and tighten it. Either or. But yeah, in coil form, I don't seem to be squonking it as much. When I had the mesh in, I would squonk it every 2 pulls I would squonk it because I was so scared of getting a dry hit. But with the coil, I can just squonk it, take a couple pulls regularly, and it's alright. Yeah, even with the coil, when you squonk, it hits the bottom of your coil, which it makes it great in squonking either or mesh or coil. I know a lot of people aren't talking about this in coil form, that it is a mesh RDA, and the mesh does work good. It just wasn't for me, and that's just me being honest. I like it better in single coil. So, yeah. But with that clamp, the clamp is what makes this better than all the other mesh RDAs that came out, because that clamp at the bottom is what's making the connection to the mesh strip. Without that clamp, your cotton gets soaked and eventually it droops down and the cotton's not hitting the parts of the mesh strip anymore. And that's how you get your dry hits and your nasty pulls on it. So with that clamp is the innovation here. The clamp is what's pushing it up, making contact with the mesh at all times. And with that, that is great innovation there on Joel's part. Good thinking there, Joel. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Everything is pretty much straightforward here. With the honeycomb, again, with the honeycomb airflow, makes this one of the smoothest vapes out there. Honeycomb airflow is the airflow of 2018 for me. I love honeycomb airflow. Ever since the recurve, like I said. I've just fell in love with honeycomb airflow. Listen to this. You can't even hear it. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Loving honeycomb airflow. Can't say it enough. Alright. But with that said, go out and get yourself a profile. Even if you just want to experience it, go out and just get yourself one. I don't think you'll be disappointed either in mesh mode or single coil form. But yeah, other than that, go out and advocate for yourselves, guys. You know, the radio, TV, they're not going to tell us what's good with vaping. All you're going to hear is the negative. So the only way people are going to hear good things about vaping is through us. And how it makes you play with your kids longer. How your clothes don't smell. How you could taste food even better. Just all the positives about vaping. We have to be the ones to tell people. So don't be... I know it's... someone asks you, hey, what is that? What's going on? And you really just want to brush them off and get your day going. But take the time out of your day to explain to them what it is and why you're doing what you're doing. So, and with that said, enjoy your vape. There's no wrong or right way to vape. So as long as you enjoy it, it's right. Alright guys, enjoy your vape. Until next time, take care.